It's such a hit.
So they released their top 10 offenses. Colorado's number 8.
This moment in sports history will be remembered as one of the better fights, man. Like,
Put the cherry on top, they played Austria today. Guess the score of that game? 32-25 to not medal for Braun. And welcome back to another episode of Pros of the Bleachers Podcast, episode 31, our Jeff Burton episode, fellas. Welcome back to another episode. Sorry, after last week's debacle, there's no show because I am a dodo brain and deleted half of the show. And hand up, it's on me. But
hey,
how are
we're
we
still
feeling?
we're still in the bleachers, bro. Don't you worry. We're here for our, what some people are going to call the Reggie Miller episode. I think we should really call it the Cheryl Miller episode, because if we're talking hoops, Cheryl Miller, badass when it comes to college hoops. But we're back. We're excited. Josh, I really want to say how are you doing, but I already know the answer, and I just what's up?
Oh, we're bursting at the seams. We're in the Bob Gibson episode, and it should be the Bob Gibson episode because everybody should be afraid of what I'm about to deal out of these fiery fingertips. The snow might have got us last week, but there was no snow this weekend. We fired from the hip, we fired from the shoulder. We unloaded the clip.
Sure did. Let's
Yeah.
let's get into it.
Anyways, NFL Conference Championship week. Let's just get right into it. I don't know. Okay. The Commanders go into Philadelphia and the Commanders lose. What was it, 55-24? I turned the game off after 9 minutes to go in the
55,
game.
23.
Sure, why not? I'll let the winner have the floor. Josh, go right ahead.
There were a lot of questions most of the week about whether or not Jalen Hurts could literally throw the ball, and he decided, you know what? I guess today's the day we throw the ball. And yeah, Saquon Barkley continued to just doesn't matter where you hand him the ball, he just wants to run. He ran, he got his under, which was kind of sneaky. A lot of touchdowns, over in the touchdowns, under in the yards.
Yeah.
But yeah, AJ Brown, sneaky day. Dallas Goedert, sneaky day as well. Defense just continued to hold out. They won the turnover battle, which is what everybody was hoping for as far as the Eagles fandom side. And it was a tight game in the beginning and then kind of loosened towards the second half.
Oh man, Drew, I can just see the somber. I want to pass it off to you. I don't know if you're ready to speak though.
Now, does everybody have everything off the chest? Josh, do you want to continue? Is there anything else you want to talk about before I
Unload.
I'm still laughing about Ralph Wiggums. That's all we got. Him just throwing himself through the windows and Frankie Luvu just deciding that he was going to take over the games in some sort.
Oh, that was actually one of the best calls that I've ever seen a referee make, where he goes, "We just had to let the other team know that the referees can award points if need be." Like, oh man, I saw so many memes on Twitter that were just like Mahomes now knowing that refs can give points, just like stuff. It's like, oh my god. But no, Josh, to your point, it was one of those games where, again, I think that bettors were looking at it, and again, it's hammer Saquon, let's run, let's do our thing. And to your point, I feel like anybody that was looking at yards, like a little scary, but touchdowns, you walk out like a demon. I was big on Devonta Smith at the end of this game, dude. There were a couple of sideline catches that he made that, probably weren't like the sexiest, like biggest plays of the game, but like kept drives alive, kept things going. Drew, I can just feel your laser beam heat just into my forehead right now. And no, I mean, I think at the end of the day, there were a couple of fun storylines that I was looking into too. One of them being the Zach Ertz revenge game and him just being able to, maul some people, kind of like college football animation trucking guys, just extending.
Yeah.
He was clearly playing with a little bit of fire, which was fun.
It was like his receptions were 3.5, and it was like that was an easy hammer if you've watched any of these matchups.
Most definitely. Drew, any comments, thoughts, feelings? You've been a little quiet here, bud.
Any notes apps?
Not that any. Oh yeah, we got the notes ready. Not that anybody cares, but I'll keep it short and sweet. The better team won. That's quite obvious. See, the better team won. My fellow dear friend Josh. I was happy for you that you guys won for about 30 seconds, and then seething rage and depression. I was depressed for about like an hour. In like even like an hour into that Chiefs game, I was like, I don't even want to watch football anymore. This is I've
I've
never
been there.
felt Yeah, never felt this
Yeah.
before. I haven't had this feeling since Game 7 of the 2015 Stanley Cup playoffs round two against the Rangers when they lost in overtime.
Yeah.
For the Caps, whatever. But mind you, let's get into it. This start of the game, we had the 18 play drive, and I'm thinking like, wow, this is what we got to do. I mean, that was great. And then we kicked the ball, and then Saquon had the run of the ages.
Yeah. Dude, that run
Now,
will feed Philadelphia families for years. That is
Oh
nuts.
my.
now, before
Whew.
I let you guys get off on yourselves, because I know Eagles fan and Mr. First Touchdown Saquon better over here. Um, Copium, let me have some copium.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner and Clayton Farrell. I thought at the beginning, it's like, wow, they seal the edge, guys. Good job. And then Bobby Wagner fell on and like they got their legs tangled up, and then Saquon proceeded to score that 40-yard touchdown. It was just like, oh my God. So that's how it's gonna be. And then we get the ball back, and then we fumble. Donnie Brown was trying to make that extra play, which respect, and then Zach Bond and Cooper DeJean in my face and into Donnie Brown's arms, and then another Saquon touchdown and like what, 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, fantastic. Let's see, and then that was super demoralizing, and then Terry had that 6 slant touchdown.
Yeah.
That was cool, and
I
then
Hey,
was, I
listen,
was,
there were some moments there where Terry was looking scary. And again, before the game really got out of hand, Terry was doing his damn thing, man.
I mean, for me, I mean, it was a pit check, and I was like, an armpit check, right? I was like, ooh, getting a little moist there. And then
eh.
I was like, I was like, okay, we'll give him one, we'll allow one.
And then just a point I want to say, Landon Dickerson, the absolute warrior. I mean, that guy looked like he looked like a wrestler who'd like been wrestling for 40 years and just been on like pain pills and stuff, like walking up and down the sideline. Like that's what he looked like.
Oh, yeah, he had
Yeah.
like that Joel Embiid eye. He was like,
Um, and then to round it back to Frankie Louvu, I mean, he was getting through that A gap at the end of the second half. And then we decided to have Marshawn Lattimore just blow up any plans. Trying to keep
Yeah, it
that
was
game
nuts.
close in the second half.
uh,
Um, and then you guys had that 4th and 5 with the AJ Brown like 40-yard catch. Saquon Barkley hold. That's all I gotta say. Copium should have called it, but you didn't, and you guys proceeded to score again, I think. Um, yeah, and then Marshawn Lattimore, AJ Brown, like round 3 during the game, and then Marshawn Lattimore gets called for misconduct, and then AJ Brown just getting called after ripping off his helmet. Okay, yeah, I see how that works. So that really fucked us, but then we stopped the tush push somehow. That's the only feather in my cap I have. So
The feather.
it's always the
yeah,
reciprocator, tale as old as time.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. And then McNichols fumbled on that kick return, and then I was like, we can't hold on to the ball. You guys just oh yeah. And that was
Interesting.
about it. And Sean Hockley, fuck you. That's all I gotta say. I'm so over that guy. Oh, I spoke German at the game. Oh, I'm so cool. Fuck him. He's the worst. No, it's just terrible officiating, I think, in
Yeah.
some parts of the
Quinyon
game.
Mitchell. Quinyon Mitchell interception.
I didn't even see it. I turned off the game. Depression. Um, and yeah, that's all I really had. So congrats. Happy for you, Josh. I'm not happy for the city of Philadelphia. I will not be rooting for you guys in the Super Bowl, to put it. I will be Chiefs. Hey, Jake, how about that? I'm rooting for the Chiefs. It all
Hey,
comes full circle.
well,
Oh,
listen, not only is it full circle, but it is a great segue because that is our other game that we had today, the Buffalo Bills at the Chiefs in Arrowhead. And Drew, just like you said it, I'm glad that you're on the bandwagon because they are not just a good team, they're a great team. They covered today,
No.
baby. And listen, I think that that was a scary game. And I think that anybody that says that they felt, Josh's term earlier, they didn't do a pit check mid game. I changed my shirt. This is a gray one. I was definitely swamping through it. But no, listen,
mhm.
man, I'm big on the Chiefs in this next week. I think that it's going to be a fun matchup. But man, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, your heart might have just gotten ripped out for what can only feel like, the
Yeah, I can't feel that bad.
500th time. Like it's come on, man. Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, yeah, that was, yeah. I mean, I really thought for sure that they were going to come back and drive, and I was kind of rooting for it. I mean, either way, for the next game, I do feel very good about the Eagles' chances because, like, I mean, listen, listen, defense. So we'll just keep it there. But oh man, there's those darn Kansas City Chiefs are just so inevitable, and it's very annoying how little it was a feature game for our guy Travis Kelsey because
For real.
um, I mean, I think everybody was just coming and floating a lot of bets in on that just to see because they use them when they got it, and so yeah, be prepared for that to be a feature game probably in the Super Bowl or for it again just to be smoke and mirrors the whole time.
And listen, I think that that's something really far to mention too, probably about Buffalo and with the Chiefs too. I mean, Buffalo definitely has a little bit more of a saturation in their offense. Where like, they're going to James Cook, who is a dog, by the way. I mean, again,
Coming out here.
yeah, every run that he had today just felt like he was running with some sort of different intensity. Like he was ready to go.
Yeah,
Six and a half a carry.
Yeah, like come on, like that's some bell cow energy, right? But I think one of the things that I felt that was really kind of interesting from this Buffalo team is that you saw a lot of the guys that are later on the depth chart that were getting used, right? Like Mac Hollins making an insane catch. Like people know him for the social media notoriety, like people know him for being in the NFL for a little bit, right? But again, him being able to just come out
for
of
for winning a Super Bowl.
okay, you can have that one. But I think that the biggest thing is that him being able to make big plays like that. And again, the Chiefs offense has kind of been known for the last couple of years where for sure they've got Kelsey and they've got big name players, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is just when they have these, they've got guys like Samaje Perine that can come up who had not touched the ball the entire game and then be able to make just enough of a play to be able to get there. And I believe Samaje Perine might be their fourth running back on the team. You know what I mean? Like it's just like the science behind their team is a little bit nuts, but that's why I would be a little bit worried going into the week, but I can also understand. You just came off of an NFC Championship game. You're high on the win and whatnot. You'll get humbled by the inevitable Chief Pete, the three Pete. Drew, we're on the bandwagon. Let's go.
I don't think I will be inevitably humbled.
Hey, we'll see.
Wow, the confidence in Moxie is radiating right now.
I'm so fired up for a revenge game where I don't have to hopefully worry about the turf. I'm sure I will hear about it very soon when all of the Eagles beat reporters are boots on the ground, checking, trying to get
AstroTurf.
near the field, trying to see what's going on there. Because yeah, like listen, ring the bell. Let's go.
Grease the poles, baby.
Grease the poles.
But no, I thought that it sucks that Josh Allen has 0-5 against the Chiefs and has only thrown one interception and like 13 touchdowns. I mean, I can't think of another quarterback who has been snake bitten as much by one team than him.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. And I mean, unfortunately, we're starting to hear a little bit of this narrative of people in the AFC that happen to be playing a quarterback in this generation right now, somewhat getting sniped out, right? Because it's for as much as it's Josh Allen, and I think that he's probably winning the MVP, right? Like even after a game like this, like I know they don't take the bias into it, but that's
Mario?
Right.
it could be Lamar too. But again, these are the two guys where again they're just getting they all gotta fight each other. And fortunately, one of them is just bigger, badder, stronger, smarter. Pick your adjective, but they are. And that's, because you're hearing it with Burrow, you're hearing it with Lamar, you're hearing it with Josh Allen. It's sad times if you're not on the Chiefs bandwagon. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad time to be Justin Fields on the Steelers.
True.
You had that small window of Brady finally leaving the AFC, and then Patrick Mahomes had to get the taste of defeat by Tom Brady that one year, and then
Fine, I'll do it
that was that
myself.
small enough window that you could have any AFC quarterback could have had, but nope,
Yep.
that was all.
Under new
That's all she
management.
wrote.
Anyways, let's go on to current events. We haven't had current events in such a long time, but we're not just only a football show. We're a college basketball show, and I'm going to hand that torch off to Jake. So, what do you got? What do you got for college basketball? We're midway through the season.
Let's go, Drew. Okay, first off, there's been a ton of action already this season. And I think that one of the big takeaways that I've had is just the tumultuousness from, again, there's not a team on, national rankings watch that doesn't have at least 2 to 3 losses. So again, I think that's something to say where you're not having a bunch of cupcake schedules anymore. And like the conference realignment on it, it's a little shaky, man. It's got some conferences that are, big, bad, strong. And I think for me and probably most people that are watching college basketball for the rest of the year, 4 big conferences that we're on watch: ACC, Big 12, Big 10, SEC. Big takeaways from those conferences: the ACC being the largest conference hasn't really been as elite as I think that we all thought that they were going to be this year. Obviously, Duke has been unreal, but there's maybe only 5 or 6 teams that are coming out of the ACC. Clemson, I think, is right there, but my take on Pitt, not too bad, Drew. I still think that they're in the mix, but any ACC watching over these last couple of weeks, gentlemen? Are we
Oh
getting
my
ready yet?
God, Syracuse is so bad. What a terrible pick by me.
Yeah, that Q's was a
Woof.
tough one. That's
Um,
oy.
well, now I'll get that out of the way. Louisville, the team that we brought up, had a whole brand new team overhaul, not any
Right.
old players staying on that team. They won the conference in 15-5. That's not bad.
Dude, I'm telling you, the ACC is going to be a little bit of a dogged out conference, but I still think that it just doesn't feel like it's one of those deeper conferences right now, because even though they're the largest, I feel like they're very, very top heavy, where again, you have Duke, Clemson, you're going to have teams like, just in that world that are a little bit less that probably sneak in. But frankly, I think the big one that I'm on right now is the SEC, man, because the SEC has 9 teams in the top 25 as of recording today. And that is beyond me. Like Drew, you nailed that, brother. You said that there were going to be 10 teams coming out of the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, they're loaded. I mean, you have some like surprises like in Mississippi State. I didn't see that coming.
Ole
Missouri's been
Miss,
strong. Ole Miss has been strong too. I mean, let's see. We have Georgia. Georgia's a strong team, even though they just lost to Arkansas, and
super
Arkansas finally
defensive
got their
team.
first conference team. But yeah, all these teams have like no more than 7 losses, and that's quite impeccable.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, the top dog right now is Auburn, and Auburn is oh my God,
Oh, they're so
Goliath.
fun.
Yeah, they are a Goliath of a team right now, and
It looked like a
I,
wagon.
I will definitely be mentioning it later. But we start to get into this time of the year where people keep talking about one of my favorite shapes in the entire world, and it's the trapezoid of excellence, baby. And they are just christened right in the middle of it. So definitely excited to watch Auburn for the rest of the year. But I think this is the official year that we're going to really start to see the shift between the SEC being college football and college basketball, man. Because if they can get 9 teams into the tournament, that's my God, my God. Everybody pray.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And of course, while we're here, we might as well talk about the hometown team, right? Let's talk about the Big 12 a little bit. Let's talk about Arizona. Obviously,
Yeah.
Arizona, shaky, piss poor, piss down leg start to the season when it comes to just big. I think it was 5 losses in the first 10 games or something like that.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, not fun to watch, especially if you're a fan in Tucson.
Yeah, Jake, about 5 losses in like 8 games.
Yeah, and that's just not what Arizona basketball is. But recently, playing great basketball, 3 ranked wins in January, which has been nuts so far. And I think that
Oh,
we're just on the edge of getting in the top 25. We were getting votes as of this morning, so let's see it. We love it. But 4 teams are ranked right now, and 7 out of the 16 teams are receiving votes to get into the top 25. So, Drew, when I was listening back on our takes on Big 12, we probably had around 6 to 8. And I think that we're in that kind of night feeling nicey about some of the teams that we're talking about in the Big
Tell you
12.
what, man.
I'll tell you what, man. And you want to know what's got me feeling really nicey? West Virginia, coming out of nowhere, was one of those teams where I was just kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know why they're going to have some sauce. They had the lowest odds at the start of the season to win the Big 12, and they are ranked at the moment, and they are going to be sniffing towards the top of the Big 12.
They're
So,
4-4 in conference.
hey. They're chunking. Big 12's hard, man. they're doing what they can.
I know. That was a good sneaky pick by you. Can't hate on it.
We're
But
we're fighting.
yeah, and we got a big matchup Monday.
that's what I want to exactly circle back to, Josh. Say it. What is it?
Oh, we play Iowa State, right?
Ooh, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's going to be a big game. Obviously, that's for basically the top of the conference right now. And again, Iowa State is a weird team, man. They know how to distribute the ball. They know how to shoot. They know how to rebound. And like those are like if you can take that consistency game over game, regardless of who your opponent is, like you put yourself in a good shot to win games. And obviously with them being third ranked team in the nation, I think they're going to be a tough opponent going into next week for sure.
If we're just looking at the stat sheet by itself, we honestly match up pretty well as far as field goal percentage, rebounds, blocks, assist to turnover ratio. I think it would really come down to what Caleb Love we decide to have show up.
Tell me about it.
The one who's just like, you know what, I'm not gonna get benched. I'm just gonna keep chucking up threes, or like, hey, I'm actually making threes, so I'm gonna keep shooting and feed me more. So I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Listen,
I
I,
mean,
I respect the keep shooting mentality to a point, man. And until it gets into like you're becoming a harm for me, my team, society, like it's getting to be a
which
point.
which she kind of has done, if we're being honest.
Hmm.
The Texas Tech game, that was not a fun game.
Yeah, and I mean, if that Anthony Del Orso kid pops off again, because I mean, he literally that man's hands were christened by God against Colorado. Like he was just ending them, and I was just like, wow.
Dude, we've got a little bit of a deep team. So again, Arizona is
Mhm.
still fighting for that Big 12, but if we're gonna get into the last conference here, obviously Big Ten having that nice little college football championship. Who knows? Maybe they want to add a nice little college basketball championship to it too. Sneaky that 6 teams are ranked in the top 25 right now out of the Big Ten, and Michigan State is back, brother, and oh, I love it. Something just feels different in the air when Michigan State is good in basketball.
Speak
Go
for
figure.
yourself.
No, I don't know why. That just feels like classic, like
It's
blue
college
blood. I get
basketball to
it.
me. Yeah, like it just good. It's good to see that kind of program. What felt like took a bad drop, kind of get back up. But
Yeah.
man, Drew, I think this is probably where we have to just put a hand up. We fucked up. Rutgers, man. We they're a young team. They are damn talented. And when they want to show up, they can show up. But preach, bro. It hurts. It hurts. And they are not doing well in the conference. The on the year schedule record is starting to look like it's not tournament bound. I'm a little sad, man.
I'm just
You
happy. Oh, go ahead,
you think
Josh.
you think they sneak in? Think they dance?
They would have to do a lot right now to be able to get in because they are deep in terms of the Big Ten comparatively to just where they're at. So, oh,
Mhm.
yeah,
They would
tough.
have to have a tournament miracle run as far as like the Big Ten
Yeah,
tournament.
that would basically be the main way that they get in, or they just win every game. Like it's just
You
they're gonna
never
have to
know.
dramatically
They
improve
just
the
turn
record.
it around.
Yeah, turn it around in some way, shape, or form. But man, college basketball starts getting really gritty at this time of year because you could start looking into some of the other conferences too. But before you look into any of the other conferences, I think the big one to look into is the AAC. Memphis is most likely going to win the AAC. They've been a dominant team all year. Penny Hardaway is leading a team that's just putting up insane point totals. I believe they're averaging upwards of 80 per game at least. And it's one of those worlds where, again, they play good defense. They're a good shooting team. Memphis is not on a lot of people's watch list to probably go super deep into the tournament. They probably view them as a good team, but you gotta keep an eye out for those Tigers.
I feel like we talked about them on our
We
show,
did.
didn't we? Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
And AAC is a weird conference. Like I'll tell you that Memphis is by far and away from the start of the season, like the top dog in the conference. But my sneak pick, my dog pick, I want to call it now. North Texas Mean Green. Okay. They are in the AAC. They are hunting down on Memphis when it comes to winning the conference. I think that Memphis, because of the pedigree of the program, they're going to get in either way. They don't need to win the conference to get in. North Texas is most likely going to have to win the conference to get in. And I don't know, man. Something about them, they defend, they rebound, they are very, very efficient on the defense side, on the defensive end. I wish this cup was green. Not for Eagles green, but for North Texas green.
Yeah, add the filter. Add the filter.
Yeah, there you go. Lock it in.
No, I mean this. Looking at the stats, like I haven't researched them. We've been focusing on football, but that's going to come to change now for me. I won't speak for everybody. Turnovers. I mean, 9.7 a game. That's pretty remarkable. Free throw percentage, 30th in the nation at 77%. They could shoot the three. Just maybe a little bit better at efficiency at scoring because they
Yeah.
average 70 points a game, and that's not going to get you too far. But they
Hmm.
play like again a Memphis team that can shoot the lights out from three, and then just kind of shut them down, drag them through the mud. You kind of enjoy that in college basketball
Oh, it's the
sometimes.
best. It's the best. Honestly, the team that they remind me of the most right now is Houston. In the sense where they can swallow you on defense, they will out rebound you 10 plus rebounds a game. And then if they get hot from shooting, they're going to do that. But they're not going to win the game because of their offense. They're going to win the game because they absolutely ate your lunch, you know?
They only have one guy that's over 6'10", and he's a freshman.
Yep. Hey, bunch of dogs. I love it. And then last thing I'll have in our college basketball world is again referring back to that trapezoid of excellence. As of today, again, trapezoid of excellence is based off of offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. You want to be in the top half. I can't make a trapezoid kind of, you know where I was going with that. But the teams that are officially in as of right now, and the ones that you should be watching if you're placing any college basketball futures,
Arizona.
Auburn, Gonzaga, Tennessee, Duke, Maryland out of nowhere, Illinois out of nowhere. Drew, I know that you hate that because Kylan Boswell's there. And the University of Arizona, baby. So again, keep us in, and then the just out, the ones that I would kind of look at for again, probably ones that might be a higher, maybe kind of middle seed, and maybe they go a little deep into the dance. You've got Texas Tech, Kansas, Pitt, Florida, Ohio State, Michigan, Iowa State, St. John's, and UCLA. So big time. Just get into February, and right when you're in February, we're just sniffing March, baby. I love it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say St. John's will circle back on you in the tournament. Here we go.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. Got and current events too. So we won't I'll touch on some more college basketball later, but the Baseball Hall of Fame new inductees. We have Ichiro, CC Sabathia, and Billy Wagner being inducted into Hall of Fame. Josh, who is the one person who didn't vote for Ichiro, and where can we find him?
Oh, exactly. I've been carrying that energy ever since I found out because I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk to him. It's like that Family Guy scene where like Meg gets a girlfriend and Peter has just want to talk to him. I'm just gonna shoot him.
I just gonna talk. I just gonna talk to him. Just gonna talk to him.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. I feel like Ichiro, in my opinion, is should have just been a no doubt unanimous. And I feel like the person that voted in that way has probably one of two schools of thought, right? They're like, no one should be a unanimous vote, which is shitty because a unanimous vote did happen recently, right? So I really don't think it's that school of thought. Or it's they don't fuck with Ichiro. And like either one of those like don't make sense, you know? Like again,
Yeah,
talk about
either one of those groups.
class in every form of the word when it comes to baseball. And again, so excited to, at least see him get in and everything and beyond that. But CC Sabathia getting in, man, like that one's a really cool one too. I mean, like he was definitely the pitcher of like our generation of like, getting into some kind of gnarly kind of bouts and whatnot. I don't know. Like I've always liked his energy, being a big hoss of a dude.
Oh yeah, I mean it definitely hurts with him being like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in as a Yankee." It's just like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, duh. But like
Yeah.
also just like eye roll.
Yeah.
Um,
I get that. I
yeah,
forgot that for a second. So hey, I didn't mean to poke the bear. That's on me. Hand up.
no, no, yeah.
But
Eye
the
roll.
one that I was surprised by, and I feel like if you've been watching the voting, numbers throughout the years, you're probably not that surprised just because Billy Wagner's been on the list for a long time now. But I mean, he gets in because of the vote minimum, and I think that a lot of voters are hopefully taking that into account now because there are going to be some guys that just get sniped off of these lists and just get forgotten. And I don't mean that in the worst way. I mean that in like a sad way, and where it's like these are guys like you don't want to open the Hall of Fame to everybody, right? And everybody's going to have individual opinions on individual athletes, but there are some guys that just mean more to not just their franchise, but to a division, right? Where they hated that one player or to the league because they hated, facing that one pitcher, right? Like, let's get more guys in the Hall, man. I'm not trying to make it easy. I'm just saying, like, use your votes if you have them, right? Like, smoke them if you got them. Let's do them. Damn it.
Yeah, Especially with the MLB one, I just get kind of grossed out sometimes by how many baseball writers think they're like, oh, we know it better than the players. And it's
Yeah.
kind of just it just gets kind of gross sometimes, particularly with the MLB.
I also feel like he probably shouldn't have to walk into public and say like, "Hi, I'm the guy that did it." But like, it'd be really cool if you did. Like it would let us know that like the MLB voters like have some stones and they're willing to like
Oh,
back their
100%.
pick and not just be fucking nameless and faceless. Anyways, I digress.
Don't be a coward.
It's yeah, not fun. I'm gonna sip on this with vino. We'll see. We'll get crazy.
Oh yeah.
But
Just want to talk to him.
Just want to talk.
and just to touch on, I saw Billy Wagner's phone call video of him getting inducted, and that he was just leaning back on a pool table with his wife. But the funny part of the video is that man has some absolute grapefruits between his legs because it looked like Billy didn't take out his cup after playing in the majors for quite some time.
Billy's got to wear a cup at home. You never know when a fastball's coming low in the dirt.
Yep.
So I just thought that was funny, but good for him, a Tazewell, Virginia native. So super southern Virginia, just outside of Blacksburg. But anyways, will that wrap it up for current events? Josh, did you have any?
My brain's so fried from football that I haven't seen anything other than green blood and oh man. So
Oh, yeah,
let the
Moving on.
let the indigestion continue.
Here we go.
Moving on. Let's go on to our next segment. New Year, same you. So just like the turkey, just like the Christmas tree or clump of coal, rather. New Year, same you. ASU basketball. You didn't think you didn't think I forgot about you guys, huh? After your documentary. ASU basketball was playing against Iowa State, and we all know Iowa State's an absolute dog. ASU was up 58-7 with about 5 minutes left to go. Well, Iowa State basketball goes on a 17-2 run to absolutely slam that door shut for ASU to not get the upset. So, New Year, same you, Arizona State basketball. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, dude, the morale in that locker room has just got to be down bad, right? Obviously, you're not getting your Netflix documentary. You're giving up 17-2 leads. It's tough beat.
Oh yeah, the
Tough.
rumor is his son doesn't even want to even play for him anymore.
Hey,
We will get our jabs in on ASU whenever we can, so
got to make it happen.
not sorry.
Not
Jake,
at
New
all.
Year, same you.
Well, New Year, same you to the Toronto Blue Jays not landing free agents, man. Like and their struggles just behind being able to operate and get to that next level. Like, sure, we understand that you're playing in the division with the Yankees, but over the last couple of years, you didn't get Shohei, and you had the infamous of him potentially accepting the Dodgers offer while on the flight to Toronto or while it like again, so much speculation on them just kind of being the cuck in the corner, like hey, like what's going
Forgot
on
about
here?
that.
Right. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but then this
Sneaky
year,
vacation spot.
yep, and this year they did not get Roki Sasaki. They did not get Teoscar Hernandez, who they were banging on the door to try to get a couple years earlier. And Corbin Burns was another huge one that people were saying on Twitter that they might kind of throw a bag at him and just be like, please, please, please. But none of these guys, even though they like Toronto and it was in their final choices and all of these things, like it just never ends up being Toronto. And I think one of the cool things that I was reading on just some of the deep comments on Twitter is this. It kind of comes down to the taxes of it. Like it comes down to like the financial incentive of it. Like if they're going to pay you 40 million, but you have to pay 10% more in taxes because you live in Toronto versus, a Corbin Burns going to Arizona where you're complete the opposite of that, right? You're probably saving 20% in taxes or whatever the math breaks out to. They've been willing to throw bags of money at people and nobody wants to take a bag of money from Toronto. And I don't know if it's because it's in Canadian dollars or if it's in, just a small amount of USD, but they got to re-sign Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And if they don't, it's going to be new decade, same you, because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You don't want to get paid in some loonies and toonies,
Dude.
Shohei?
They're more like a Looney Tune than a paying in loonies and toonies.
$5 coins. How we doing?
Is that right? I don't know. I don't know about Canadian currency. Sorry to Canadian listeners.
You know.
But Josh, New Year, same you.
Mine is a little bit of a tweet, and it's obviously Tom Brady confessing on air that he does not hate Nick Foles. So I just have him continuing again into a new year, just having to pay respect to his dad. It's good to see him acknowledging and it just continuing the legacy of just remembering that he dropped that pass, which was hilarious, and Nick Foles didn't because he's got a third hand down there somewhere that's just maintaining grip on that ball.
My lord.
I'm speechless. So, but yeah, I mean,
Bear down.
you're not wrong. Yep, bear down. Shout
Bear
out
down.
Nick. Shout out Nick. Okay, but was not expecting the third hand comment out of Josh Taylor,
Hey,
but
here we are.
Rumor spreads. The rumors are like wildfire, man.
it was a good that was a good Super Bowl though. We'll not deny that. All right. Moving on to the next segment, bench replay segment, one of our favorites. So I'm going to be playing this week college basketball, Houston at Kansas, an absolute insane game, double overtime. So I'm going
Oh
to be
yeah.
playing Houston basketball. They were able to send it to double overtime to win the game. And you might be asking, like, oh, so that cool. Well, guess what? You don't know how they sent it to double overtime. They're down with about 28 seconds left in the game. Emmanuel Sharp nails a 3-point shot. Kansas inbounds the ball with 6 seconds left. They steal the inbound pass. Houston's Malik Wilson nails a three to force it to go to double overtime in an absolute insanity to then smack Kansas in the second overtime. So I'm playing Houston basketball because that was quite
They are
remarkable.
such dogs. That was on the road too, right? That was at Kansas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
dude.
was.
Winning a game at Allen Fieldhouse, hard. Winning a game in double overtime at Allen Fieldhouse, harder. That's fucking
X
nuts.
Games mode.
X Games mode, no doubt.
And then I have a bench slash play.
Mm.
I make up the rules. We make up the rules here. There are no rules, so I'll do whatever I want.
He's emotional.
Just a little bit. I'm in my 5 stages of grief. Anyways, I'm benching but playing the 11-year-old who pulled the Paul Skeens MLB debut card. He's from Los Angeles and has declined the Pittsburgh Pirates offer of 30 years of behind home plate season ticket passes, get to meet Paul Skeens and get to go in the suite with Livy Dunn. So he said no to that and sent it to auction. So I'm kind of in between, like, I get it, like, screw the Pirates for
Right.
like wanting to like get this card and offer this deal, but also at the same time, like, I would kind of like want to have that, like, that sounds sick. I would love to
Well,
have the opportunity.
I think that's the big thing, right? Like it was a cool promotion almost like what the Pirates were doing, where they're just like, hey, listen, like we just want to put more notoriety behind the card. We're willing to give this for that because it's the approximate value of whatever, Topps is saying the value of the card is, right? So that part of it is all kosher and whatnot. My biggest thing is I'm like, you don't live in Pittsburgh, right? They were willing to give you 30 years of season tickets to go to Pittsburgh Pirates games when this kid is, again, from LA. He's probably a Dodgers fan. He's like, fuck the Pirates. Like, I can only like Paul Skeens so much. He's just another kid, like, whomever, who's just pulling packs out of a bag. So I don't know. I'm with you in the sense where it's like, you should send that to auction, brother. Like, that's you know,
Yeah.
yes, like it would be cool if like you lived down the street and you went to your local Wawa and you pulled a pack and it's Paul Skeens and then you can go there with your family for the next 30. Different story, right? But I'm with you. I see the in between. I respect the bench or play of it.
Yeah, no, if I'm that kid, I'm blocking the Pirates number when they're trying calling me. I'm like, we're going straight to auction. I don't want to talk to you. I want 30 PS5s behind me.
Funny.
Like, we're chilling.
30.
Yeah, I would just think I always want goal in life is to be a season ticket holder of some team, and when that happens, I don't know, but if kind of 49% of me have been like, do I take this offer? Do the devil angel on the shoulder?
Yeah,
but
get in the car, family. We're moving to Pittsburgh.
yeah, exactly,
yeah.
exactly. But that's all I had, so I'll hand the torch off to Josh. Venture play.
My play will obviously be Eagles related, and it'll be the continued evolution of
Jake, venture play. Go ahead. I'm just kidding, go ahead.
And it is the Inner Excellence book, as provided originally by AJ Brown, which was obviously a video of a man climbing the poles in Philadelphia. They greased him. It doesn't work. And them tossing up to this man the book that AJ Brown was infamously reading. So we will continue to just have an absurd amount of Lucky Charms that we keep around. I had a Lego Goblin today. I don't know why. It's just what I woke up to. So, it was the flavor. My bench was just a Tom Brady saying, you just gotta let the players play, which Drew made reference to Saquon having a little bit of the hold, and then right after that, there was just a whole lot of extracurriculars, and he's like, you gotta let him play. It's like, yeah, do you Tom, Mr. Tuckerell, so yeah, there's that. And then obviously the infinite bench is who did it? Who left Ichiro off? I just want to talk to him. I just want to have a conversation.
Infinite bench is awesome.
Oh yeah, that guy should be relegated to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. Just toss him in.
Listen, hey, we will, whoever you are, we will take you off of the infinite bench if you come out and you let us know what's up. You know what I mean?
We will take your vote and we will throw you into the ocean.
There we go.
Probably some freaking loser has some baseball blog from like 2002 or something like that, and
it's gonna be something stupid. That's like, well, you knew he was gonna get it anyway, so I wanted to vote for this other guy that I wasn't sure maybe was
vote prioritization, and
yeah, it's like Air Bud.
Get out of my face. Yeah, come on. Why?
Jake, well, let's get into your face. Bet your play this week.
All right. I got some plays and I only got one bench. So let's start off with the plays. I also had a game that was nearing double overtime, but it didn't go into double overtime. Western Michigan hit an insane buzzer beater versus Ball State, but it's not just about the buzzer beater, Drew. It's not about just the shot, just like you were talking in your game. It's the drama on how we get to this moment, right? That's why March is the best, and that's why we prep now, right? So Western Michigan takes the lead 76-74. Ball State then gets fouled while shooting a three while time is basically expiring. Like refs had to put time back on the clock, everything in between. Guy walks up to the line, misses the first free throw, right? So he gets 3 shots. I should mention it was a 3-pointer. The Western Michigan coach then calls a timeout. I didn't even know that you could ice in between free throws, but I guess that you can. So the guy then goes back to the line, drills the second free throw. Western Michigan double ices. And I'm like, let's go. Like, that's a dog mentality. So
hey, if those NFL refs were going to award a touchdown if they didn't chill out.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying it was a hard ballsy move, but guy goes to the line. Now he makes it. Okay. And now we're in a situation where it's 76-76. There's like 1-something seconds left on the clock. Western Michigan lob passes basically the entire court, and it doesn't get to really anybody, but it bounces underneath a guy's or defender's arm. And it just becomes like the perfect alley-oop pass for the Western Michigan guy to just go immediately into the hoop. And outside of like the Christian Laettner play, outside of, Steph Curry, 75-foot 3-pointers, Jokic hitting a full court shot last like couple nights ago, I don't know if I've seen a better shot than that. So that is a hell of a play and hell of a job for the Western Michigan Broncos.
Hell yeah, Maction,
sometimes undefeated.
I'm doing a second replay of this pass.
Yep. Yeah, really give it its moment in the sun, because that was a rainbow that went under a troll bridge and somehow just turned into a pot of gold, man.
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom and enhance. My other play that I have for this week, I found a tweet where this guy goes, my dad hates Doris Burke so much he's watching the Warriors game in Spanish. And I'm not playing that tweet, but I am playing watching sports in Spanish, man. Like, I'm saying that, like, it's always been a little bit more emphatic. If it's not a game of a team that you really care about and you just kind of have it on in the background just to vibe out. I learned a little bit of Spanish in high school. Like, I've been trying to, pick it back up a little bit again. Like, it's got a fun flavor to it, man. And so again, don't sleep on Doris Burke though. Doris Burke is elite at what she does. That's a, terrible take, but
that fun flavor is smoked paprika.
Hey, I like it.
I agree. I do enjoy a Doris Burke called game.
Just, something different about the game. I don't know.
Yeah, you could be listening to freaking Tom Brady's teeth the whole time.
True. Yeah, and not everybody loves that. But my bench, and this is a strong, heavy, fat bench. The NBA this season has been, ratings have been down. Things have, just bad takes have been going on in the NBA. And again, it's just not one of those great things that they're seeing from a league growth standpoint. But now they have a new change, folks. They are changing the shape of the shot clock going into the 2026 season. The NBA has changed. It's saved. Thank you, Adam Silver. Man, this makes me angry because the biggest thing that I took away from this is that the shot clock from the league's perspective is partnered with Tissot, the watch company. And I can only imagine that it was something of like, oh, well, we don't really sell square watches that tell time. Like, could we just make it a circle? And someone thought that that was just like the smartest thing that's ever existed in the entire world, and that like the NBA is saved. And I'm just sitting here like, I get it.
Your ass would have made it a trapezoid.
High five.
Yeah.
But you got to prioritize bigger issues. We're talking about lower viewership, fans not coming to games, load management,
players requesting more money even though you agreed to the contract, and now you're just going to sit out games. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, there needs to be a little bit of a renaissance in the NBA, and there's going to be a lot of great guys that continue to do that, but the shot clock is not going to fucking help that. I will tell you.
It's round.
It's spherical.
Love it.
All right, so let's go on to our next favorite segment, worst or best tweet. I got best tweet. So we have former race car announcer for in NASCAR, this pastor. He did the 2011 Nashville Speedway. I don't know, invocation. It's like, I'd like to thank my smoking hot wife and all this horsepower out here on this track. And he just did it at a hockey game, and I thought that was pretty cool at the whatchamacallit.
Nice little homage.
Yeah, the Swamp Rabbits, and Kyle Busch was there too, my boy. And then my worst tweet is oh wait, damn it, that wasn't it. But anyways, the Ohio State Buckeyes obviously won the championship, and oh yeah, Ohio State won with a $20 million roster, and and it's Chick Hicks coming out after he won the Piston Cup. He's just like, where's the confetti? Wow, hey, easy on the confetti. Hey, why isn't everybody cheering? Good cheer. Exactly. So that was my worst tweet.
More like under new management.
Yeah, exactly.
And also in crazy news, I mean, I don't know if anybody else saw, but that snake Chip Kelly, not Chip Kelly, never mind, not him. The other one, the defensive coordinator for Ohio State, went to Penn State. Now he's the highest paid coordinator, which again still feels like a weird downgrade, but at least you're making more money.
Hey, it's not too bad of a science of going to the dilapidated team, making more money, getting to play them every year still,
I mean, he might as well. That's probably like the best defense you'll ever have. Maybe. I don't know. Knock on wood. Anyways, worst or best tweet, Jake?
All right. I got a few that we'll cycle through pretty quickly, but one of my best tweets, saw this one come out, and this is stuff that makes dudes say, this is what makes dudes say, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of stuff that makes me going back to Twitter. But it was a tweet by Brooksgate, and it shows the career ERA by what temperature it is outside for John Lester and Luis Castillo comparatively. Luis Castillo, when it's below 40 degrees, and again, he's from the Dominican, like maybe that plays some sort of a factor into it, but his career ERA is 6 and above. John Lester, again, famous for being from the Washington area, played for the Red Sox. He has a 2.5 ERA when it's below 40. And this chart just goes to show that their ERAs just go like this when it comes to the heat, because for Lester, when it's 90 plus, he's got a 4.9 ERA. And when Luis Castillo is playing in 90 plus, he's got a 2.2 ERA. He's a dog. So, oh man, that's again, I need more tweets like that. Please send us in stuff like that. That's the stuff that just gets my turning red. It gets my blood pumping. Let's go.
We're so close to baseball.
We're so damn there, man. And then my next best tweet, this is a post from Bar Down that was showing that Eric Johnson, who's one of the defensemen for the Carolina Avalanche, he didn't know that he was getting traded, and it just gets caught on his comment because he learned about the trade from the post, and it just, what the hell? And he is now on the Flyers. The former #1 overall pick from 2006 is on the way to Philly. Josh, he'll be there to grease the poles with you.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, and then my worst tweets, I'm not even linking them. I'm not referring to them by name or tag or anything in between.
Oh,
But
oh.
every and all tweets about the Dallas Cowboys right now. We're down bad. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just let you guys. Let's have Josh have his moment, and we'll just continue along. I changed the jersey in the background. I hope that you guys noticed. Brain's already on baseball. We're back. Kershaw's
Yep.
last year. Damn it, Kershaw's last year. So
Eagles
let's ride.
propaganda out the mouth, just diarrhea on the Cowboys out the rear end.
Thanks, Josh.
You're welcome. And that brings it to me where we have our first one, which is a freezing cold take, all takes exposed, whatever you want to call it. And it says, I honestly believe when all is said and done, Saquon's biggest regret of his career will be signing with Philadelphia.
That aged like milk.
I mean, like, how? Go ahead.
He's 30 yards away from postseason, regular season, all combined yards. So, hello.
Yeah, not great.
I mean, when you were tweeting this out, I mean, it's not like he was going to a worse situation. It couldn't have gotten any worse than the New York Giants. Like,
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, from there you're just trying to stonk up. And my second one is a nice little tweet from Jimmy Kemsky, which says, Vic Fangio is the first one done celebrating on the field, which is exactly what you want from your defensive coordinator. He was out there. We're here for we're here because we have to be, and then it's on to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And we're storming back in because let me tell you, this man, he does not want to lose this game.
Showed up for work.
And you got to deal with Patrick Mahomes. So listen, we're gonna put the coffee on early tomorrow.
He's actually sprinting back to the coach's room to start watching tape.
I mean, I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm off the clock. We're on the next week.
Yeah.
We're on the Kansas City.
We're on the Kansas City.
All right, but that'll wrap up worst or best tweet, and we move on to our last segment, our favorite segment, blind ranking rookies in the NFL since 1993. So these are always a hit, and we got them all the way to 1993 before we were born.
Let's go.
Just enough. Some of the names we got Randy Moss, we got Adrian Peterson, we got Todd Gurley, we got Warwick Dunn, Alvin Kamara, Eddie George, a lot of names.
Oh,
Now my next question is, who wants to go first?
Drew, I want it. I want the rock, buddy.
Ball up top.
Ball up top, dog. I'm just
Give it to him.
I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it today. I never get to go for it.
Spicy.
He's got to feel something on Sundays.
Shut up. Let's ride.
Wahoo!
All right. Spinning the wheel now. What will Jake end up with?
Let's see it.
We got some big names. We also got some no names.
And are we doing this by like favorite player? Are we doing this by like they're the greatest? I think we should probably do by like career or because it's a rookie award.
I don't know, Big Hoss. Do whatever you're feeling.
Okay, all right. I'll let you get my flavor on it. Let's get.
There are no rules on the show, like I've mentioned before.
You're damn right, brother. Let's see.
There's some structure, but there are no rules.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, let's see it.
Your first pick, Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, I will say that I remember Matt Ryan's rookie year, and I remember him being one of those gunslingers that came into the league where everyone's like, "Oh, wow, he's going to be the next great passer," right? Just because I'm a little bit scared of this full list, I'm going to put him at 4, and I think it's because there's going to be like some trap answer that comes in that hopefully I can leave for a little bit later. But damn, there are some really good names on this list, so I want to have. I'm not giving Matt Ryan a spot above Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go.
Jake, your face when I said that pick, it looked like, the Bean Boozled jelly bean game. You look like, oh, I'm going to get like cotton candy, It's like stinky fish. Like,
yeah, that was not great. I was not expecting that one.
I mean, I hope Matt Ryan sent Dan Quinn a text message. You want to watch the Super Bowl together?
God damn it.
Oh, God. Whatever. Anyway, spinning next. Where will we end up with? Hopefully, Jake gets something a little bit sweeter.
Let's see it.
And he will be getting another quarterback. You want to know what that quarterback is, Jake?
Yes.
Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. That's all right. I feel like that's a good spot where I can put him at 3 confidently. And that there's still a lot of talent above, and that he's not worse than Matt Ryan. I mean, let's be real. Like Ben Roethlisberger, again, Super
It's
Bowl
Super
winning
Bowl.
quarterback. Yeah, like, and I correct me if I'm wrong. Ben Roethlisberger did not win an MVP, but definitely had to at least have been in some of those conversations, right? Like, I mean, that was like,
Referring back to the MVP list that we did 2 weeks ago, I don't remember seeing his name on there.
well, yeah, I don't think that he actually won it, but I have to imagine he had been on at least talks for
Yeah.
it. But
Oh,
No,
yeah,
only
again,
when he
Super
only the
Bowls.
Mac MVP
Oh yeah,
in 2003. Actually, that's I mean right here.
yeah. There you go.
How about that Mac MVP? Can't
Above Matt
Ry-
Ryan.
Matt Ryan can't say that.
Heck no, he can't.
All right. Spinning it again. Jake has his 1, 2, and 5 open, and
Come on.
that's a spicy position to be in.
It's scary.
Jake, you're getting another quarterback,
Wow. Gunslinger mode.
and you're getting Cam Newton.
Ooh.
And I have him spelled as Can Newton, CAN. Typo,
Okay.
but
Hey.
Cam Newton.
What kind of hat is he
Well,
wearing?
Yeah, true. Man, again, I don't just want to play the 1 in 5 game. I feel like I've gotten into that over the last couple of weeks, but I might just have to put Cam Newton at my 1, man. Him coming in as a rookie into the NFL was special. And again, there's
Crazy.
still like rushing records and things where he didn't play the longest of careers, and he's again one of those top names. Give me Cam Newton at my 1.
Oh, you've been
So,
watching tape? Ooh.
yeah.
Well, watch this.
Yeah.
Red 80. And then proceed to throw a wheel route touchdown to Christian McCaffrey. All right, Jake. So we have our 2 and 5 open.
2 and 5 are open, Drew.
Well, let's see who's going where.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see if we can switch it up. Oh, speaking of somebody, it's not quarterback. It's a running back. Saquon Barkley.
Ooh.
Yeah, Saquon's got to go at 2, and then I'm probably going to have a really shitty list unless it's a really bad player. So let's go with that. But again, obviously, Saquon has been doing some unreal stuff this year, and I think that we all knew about the talent coming out of Penn State and being able to go into the Giants, and he shocked the world in being able to be somewhat effective for the Giants for, a period of time, and then the Giants unfortunately just kill people. So no, I'm just saying, but sorry.
They try with the turf.
Yeah, they do. They do. That's
Met, it's a hard not life stadium.
yeah, not great.
All right, Jake. Last and final spin. Hopefully you don't get a. Hopefully you
I'm
do
gonna end
get
up
somebody
getting
bad.
I'm gonna get like a really good player. I'm just calling it right now. It's gonna be
Vince
tough.
Young.
This makes me so mad. Your number 5 is Clinton Portis.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah. See, but I kind of screwed myself by not putting Matt Ryan at 5. I should have just known inherently that there's too many good names on this list for him to not be at the bottom. All right. Not my best list. Sorry, Drew. It's just the way the outcome of today, and it'd be like that.
It is what it is. I mean, he is one of my favorite players. I just want to look at Matt Ryan's stats. Yeah, I mean, 3,400 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. But I mean, the career.
Yeah.
So, but can't say I
Yeah.
blame you, Jake. So,
We live, we laugh, we love.
Josh, you want to pass the rock to Josh in the post?
Let's do it.
All right,
Show me that
Josh.
shimmy shake.
Oh.
All right, Josh. Let's spin this wheel. Let's see who you end up with.
Sam Bradford,
Spinning
Sam
it
Bradford,
now.
Sam Bradford, Sam Bradford, Sam Bradford,
Hey,
Sam Bradford.
he is one of the people on the list. And Josh, the first to not get a running back or quarterback, a wide receiver, Odell Beckham, New York Giants.
Damn.
This might be
Iconic rookie.
This is so controversial, and I'm okay with it. But I'm definitely gonna put him at 5.
I figured.
I mean, like outside of the catch, like what are you?
Above average receiver for about 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Yeah, that was the shelf life.
I
And
will
then he
tell
got
you,
traded.
there are probably some closeted Giants fans that will take Victor Cruz over Odell Beckham, like career for career. I'm just saying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Career for
That's a
career,
wild
not
thing to
like
say.
talent for talent, but career for career. There's
Mhm.
some closeted Giants fan that has been salsa dancing and screaming
Ugh.
that for years. I'm telling you.
Victor Cruz has such a bad taste in my mouth. It's oh my god, he's scarred me. Anyways, Odell Beckham, Josh. Yeah, number 5. Interesting play. So let's spin the wheel again. We have 1 through 4
spoken
open.
spoken by a true NFC East fan.
Ain't that
Spoken like a
right?
guy with an eagle on his forehead.
Right.
Oh, Josh, back-to-back wide receivers, Jamar Chase.
Mm.
We're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 3 there.
Okay.
Whoa.
I think sometimes
Whoa.
there's an argument to be said. Sometimes if you get quarterbacks, you might just need to put them ahead, especially when they're having fun rookie seasons. But yeah, Jamar Chase is incredible, and I think that's an easy slam dunk over OBJ because one's played in the Super Bowl and the other took a shirtless picture with a bunch of guys on a yacht whose careers all didn't end up going well.
To be fair, Odell Beckham does have a ring. He only played
Yeah,
for like
true.
2 minutes.
Oh yeah,
He only played for 2 minutes because you shredded his knee, but
Yeah.
he did
True.
play in that game.
True. I did
That's a
forget
good
Against
point.
Jamar
That's
Chase.
a good point.
But no, as far as like career wise, I mean Jamar Chase.
Okay.
All right, Josh, let's spin the wheel.
I
Let's
think
you
it'd be
want
better,
you
even
want
better at
another wide.
LSU.
That is true. LSU partners, and somehow, some way, Clinton Portis again. Why can't I get him? Be very wise.
Let's do 2. Let's throw a
Yeah.
fun little um yeah, let's throw a running back in there. Screw it. Why not? Let's get wild with a 1 and a 4.
Not that I twisted your arm or anything, but to be fair, this guy had 3,000 yards in his first 2 seasons as an NFL running back with the Broncos,
Nuts.
and had over 10 touchdowns, I believe. Could be wrong. I'm not going to check for the namesake, but I respect it. I respect it. So I'll a little bit less sour after today. So
Oh, and we got to give some love to a Miami Hurricane.
yes,
True.
an absolute beast of a Miami Hurricane. And Josh will be getting Odell Beckham again. So let's spin it one more
Respin.
time.
I got his dad now.
Odell Beckham 5B and 5A. Oh, and Josh will be getting another wide receiver. Garrett Wilson, New York Jets.
Oh, I think that's a good 4 there. I think that's a good
Yeah,
4.
that's a really good 4. Damn it.
We're gonna absolutely ride for a number 1, but like we're getting. I'm happy with getting a lot of wide
Yeah,
receivers. That's fun.
yeah. If you get a sausage in the one spot, you're gonna have a good list.
Oh yeah. I hope
We
it's Justin
have-
Herbert, who I definitely talk a lot of shit about.
That would be the most ironic number 1.
Yeah, that would be
So,
good.
let's see who it's gonna be. Josh will be dude, damn it, Garrett Wilson again.
Dude, all these
Put him
double
at number
spins.
1.
No, we can't.
Oh, okay.
4B, 4A, and 4.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's see. Let's see if we can get somebody different. I swear to God, if it's Odell Beckham again. Oh no, Seward. Anthony Thomas, Chicago Bears running back. Oh.
Oh,
Ooh, that feels
Josh.
bad. That feels
Josh.
bad. That
Josh.
feels real bad.
Oh, man. That I think might be the first time where someone has gotten really screwed because
Yeah, the wheel bit back.
wow. It just there were too many respins on there. So it goes, oh, you want a new name? Oh, you really want a new name? Okay, fine. I'll give you a new name.
Sure. Why not?
How
Why
you like
not?
that name in your one spot? Like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, really, what he had 2 seasons, and then after that was just
Yeah.
To be
gone.
honest, hand up, I never even heard of him as a player. I was like, what, who's this guy? And I looked at his stats. I was like, oh, okay, not like the worst, but obviously
Yeah.
not the best career.
Yeah. Early 2000s running back, pre Matt Forte era. Sad.
Pre Matt Forte, pre Cedric Benson, RIP. Yeah. All right. It's my turn. My turn to
went to
spin
Michigan.
this.
Oh,
Drew, let's see it.
Oh, did he now?
Oh man.
yeah.
Yikes.
Damn. Ohio State at number 4 too. Ugh.
Oh,
Oh,
I would like to apologize first and foremost to Garrett Wilson.
It was nothing personal. You were the chosen one. And
Right,
I
Drew.
will be getting Cam Newton as my first choice in this.
Okay.
Now, Jake, you always talk about playing with your list. I kind of
Yep.
want to play with my list too. I'm gonna put Cam at 2.
Yep.
Put Cam
I
at
Ooh.
respect
2.
it. I
Oh
respect
yeah.
it.
Oh
Again,
yeah. Oh
there are
yeah.
some names on this list, man.
And if I get sewer like Josh, so be it. It'll be good for the clip, and everybody can make fun of me in the comments. So that's what we love here.
I'm really just waiting for Eddie Lacy.
Cheeseburger Eddie, brother. Oh,
He came up close. He came up real close. I think for
Oh,
either I can't remember which one, but oh, we got a new name. Percy Harvin, Minnesota Vikings.
Oh.
ooh.
Now he could have been really good. I remember him talking about how he dealt with a bunch of migraines
hmm
and how he was elevated while playing for the Seahawks during the Super Bowl.
hmm
Take with that how you may, but he was so fun. But just injuries, and I'm gonna put him at 4, respectively. I think that's a 4
Yeah.
candidate.
Yep.
Again, tragic career cut short type thing, but I think that again, that rookie season of Percy Harvin, holy, oh
And that's why I can't put him at 5.
yeah, you can't, you
Mhm.
can't.
Yeah, he was so
Yeah.
sick.
Don't worry, you're gonna
Uh,
get Anthony Thomas too. It's gonna be great.
There's a lot of 5s on that list, let me tell you.
Yep.
Ain't
But hey,
that
you got
right?
it. You do have a lot of room to play, Drew. So let's see you spin that. Let's see it.
And I will be getting Dak Prescott.
You better be nice.
Now, Dak Prescott
Rookie year Dak. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
pre-ankle snapping injury during that season, he was on pace to throw for like 5,500 yards.
hmm
Just like the first number in 5,500. Put him at my. I'm just kidding. Put him at 3.
There we go.
I'll be nice. I'll be
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had you
So
there for a
crazy.
second. You're about.
Yeah, no, I was about to punch my computer.
I mean, yeah, you know who does have him? Kenny Pickett started in a game before he did. Not started, played. Got a snap.
Yeah.
Awkward.
That doesn't matter. It still feels good. How do you like that drought, bitch?
Anyways, so I have my 1 and 5 open,
Yeah,
correct?
you're 1 and 5, brother.
Isn't that how we like it? All right, let's
Big
spin this.
spins, all the
Spin this
glory.
puppy.
It's different that it's you this time.
Yeah, true.
Why can't I get Clinton Portis? Oh, and welcome back, Anthony Thomas.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
Number one. Number one. Oh.
Put him at my number
Damn.
5, Jake.
Yep. I have him down for you, man. And sheesh. You also need a sausage at 1 to get the list, but you got a big pothole out of the way right now. So
Yeah, that is true. Names I would want at my number 1, Randy Moss. The homer I am, Clinton Portis.
mhm.
RG3,
RG3.
just for
Yeah.
memes.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. So let's go ahead and
There's
spin
really
this
only a
wheel.
couple landmines, so let's see it.
Randy Moss.
I would. Oh, it's not going to be Randy. It
Marshall
will be fuck.
Marshall Falk would be good.
Cadillac Williams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, I was feeling that in my
Oh.
loins. Cadillac, dude.
Damn it.
Wow,
Yeah,
we all kind of. So wait, so out of all of our lists, do I actually have the best list?
I think so. Yeah, I think you.
I have one. I have one bomb,
You might have.
but it's not even like it's a pretty bad one, but like can't move it too much. Cadillac hurts.
Yeah, that's.
Cadillac
I mean, like,
hurts.
hey, listen, Anthony Thomas had 1,000 yards twice at least in his career, over 1,000 yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Williams just
I
had
think-
that 1 year.
I think we're just putting too much disrespect on him a little bit, but it's still because we just
Oh.
haven't.
Yo,
Cadillac
that's
was
crazy.
electric. Don't get me wrong, but
It's crazy that you can win
For-
it as a running back, and he had 6 touchdowns that season.
yeah,
Who, Cadillac or Anthony?
Cadillac.
Yeah. Yeah, Saquon was just underneath him, and I was like, "Ugh, stop, stop, stop!" And not exactly. So yeah, big hurt. Not a fan of that, but
That was a
yeah,
good one. That's
we
way,
should
way to go,
do
everybody.
we should do defensive rookies for next time. But
Yeah,
Yep.
let's do it.
some names we missed out: Marshall Faulk, Todd Gurley, Vince Young, Alvin
Yep.
Kamara, Eddie
Edwin
George,
James,
Jerome Bettis, Eddie Lacy, like we
The bus.
mentioned,
Cheeseburger Eddie.
Yep.
Kyler Murray, Mike Anderson,
Vince
Edrin
Young.
James. I wanted it. Edrin James would have been nice,
Oh yeah.
but
G3.
yeah. But that'll wrap up that'll wrap up the top 5 blind ranking. That'll wrap up the show. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, Spotify, TikTok if you still have it on your phone. I saw some phones going for like 10 grand on eBay, so hopefully that's not you. Yeah, just you know what to do, guys. Just show some love, and we'll always show the love back to you. But any
Send some
closing
toxic
thoughts?
memes.
Yeah, toxic memes. We got 80 subscribers now, so that's cool. We hit the 80 mark. I know we've been kind of sluggish. That's on me, life and stuff and whatnot. But fellas, any closing thoughts before we sign off?
Oh, there's always room for more in the bleachers, Drew. And we're excited that you guys joined us today. We want you guys to follow along for more of the journey because Josh and his ranting attitude today, I need to see a fat elbow thrown in about 2 weeks. So that's what's going to be on my menu leading into February. I will tell you that.
Hey, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, man, that's really gonna effing suck. But whatever. We're here with just an absurd amount of confidence because I just am gonna get absolutely toxic in the next 2 weeks, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, we got Jake. We got 2 weeks of tweets
Hell.
and
Hell,
Eagle
Only one of our teams can
stuff.
play football.
Ain't that the truth?
buried on the hatches.
But thanks for everybody tuning in. And this was another episode of Bros in the Kitchen Podcast.
Later, bros.